DTI fam, what is good? We are back here in Charlotte. Spent about the last week or so in Austin, which is why you didn't get a video last week. But out here on what I'm aiming for, like 6 to 7 miles. Still not on any kind of a regimented plan, but that will all be changing here within, let's call it, the next week or so. I am committing to a half marathon at the end of March. Quick turnaround and a faster training block than I am used to, but I've been consistent with my miles, haven't really fallen off, been in the gym more, so strengthening up legs, quads, hamstrings, all of that. So the mechanics of the run are definitely in better shape than when we came out of my last prep. But the goal at the craft beer half marathon here in Charlotte is 125. I wanted to go like 130, but then I'm like, you're going for 3 at the end of the year in a full. Let's make this a little more ambitious. So I've only ran one official half ever, so fully expecting a PR regardless, but 125 is the goal. I know for sure Fred is going to be running, I want to say a 5 miler at the same event, so DTI is definitely going to have a presence there. Let's slow down for a sec. I know people were talking shit to him last week about not cutting something. I'm not cutting that either. These are going out as they are. This is more just a stream of consciousness than everything or than anything. But what I tend to do when I'm doing these is pick up speed the more I'm talking. So we're gonna slow down so I can actually speak to the camera and not kill myself. It was supposed to be an easy run today. Podcast this Friday, baby. It is back and super stoked for it. We just recorded yesterday and the studio is fucking dope, man. We really upgraded in season 2 and it's gonna show. I don't know, I was editing it right before this run and just looking at it doesn't look like it's me. Like, it doesn't look like it's our podcast. We look legit. Like, this is official and I'm fucking stoked to see what we accomplish in season 2 and just moving forward. I allude at the end of this podcast to a topic that I'm sure we're going to touch on here in the next week or two, and the whole thought is burn the boats. We're, wow, crazy to say, but going on 4 years of DTI as a brand, and I feel like for a lot of it we've been kind of half-assed. Maybe not as a whole, but there's been times where I'm all in, times where Freddie's all in, times where nobody's all in, and this is the first time since like its inception that I feel like we are on the same page, and we're, I don't say on the same page because we're always aligned, but we're actually both putting forth effort to grow this thing and make it the best that we possibly can. I know that this is like our baby right now, and it's something that we are both extremely serious about taking to the next level. And so there is no more half-ass mentality. There is no more, oh, we'll get to it when we get to it, or, you know, if we post, we post. This is a really burn the boats mentality. And what I mean by that is we're here. We are sticking our flag in the sand, and we made it to this island. We've created this community, this world, this brand of our own, and there is no going back. We're burning the boats. This is where we're at. We're either going to thrive here or we're gonna fucking die here. That sounds extreme, but I feel like in entrepreneurship in general, but especially in this industry, you have to be extreme or nothing is gonna get done. You can't just be half in, half out. And I feel like that applies to what we do as individuals as well. Me with the marathon, Freddie with the half Ironman he's got coming up to 70.3. You can't be half in on this training. You have to take this very seriously. This is not as extreme as life or death, but it is like, am I hitting my goal or am I not? And you can pump yourself up on social media. You can make your training look good, but at the end of the day, the results are going to speak for themselves. Either you put in the work or you didn't. And there's no way to game the system in these physical feats. And it's the same way in business. There's no way to game the system and cheat it to where it looks like, well, actually it can look like, but to where we're actually performing if we're not doing the daily things, if we're not making the right decisions, the right choices to continue to improve and move ourselves in the right direction, then it's going to show and it's going to be very fucking apparent. And I don't know about you guys, but I am sick of living the same year over and over. I'm sick of saying I'm going to do some things and then not doing them. I'm sick of falling off. I'm sick of all of this bullshit. And I know that there's so many of you who are feeling the same thing. It's just another year where you say you're going to get it together. First couple weeks are great. You're on fire. Then something happens. You slip back into your old ways. You slip back into these routines and these patterns that you've built over years and years. And then it's December again, and you're right back in the same place. And so I know I'm feeling this already because I was looking at my calendar and it's about to be February. It's insane that we're already a whole month into the new year, but let's face it, we go through this every single year. It's not a new fad, not some new thing. Like, this is what happens every year. And so if you have things you want to change, if there are things you want to accomplish, things you want to do, you need to make that decision right now. And you need to burn the boats and go all in. It doesn't matter if you're doing it alone. It doesn't matter if nobody's cheering you on. If it feels like they're pulling you back, it doesn't fucking matter, because that's what's going to happen. You're always going to be pulled back by people who want you stuck in the same place. They want you complacent. They don't want to see you grow because it shows that they have not. And I am done living that way. So that is my message to you. And I know that we're going to go more in depth on this on the podcast in the weeks to come. So definitely tune in. If you haven't listened to the podcast, number one, what the fuck are you doing with your life? But number two, I'm surprised you're even here. So I urge you, go listen to the long form. It's always better to have these longer conversations and two-way conversations, because I can say all this, I get myself fired up, because I am fired up right now. I don't know if you can tell that or not, but I am. And but having a two-way conversation just opens my eyes and my mind to different thought processes that I might not see. And so this is my message to everyone: is whatever you want to do, go for it. Burn the fucking boats. Don't give yourself any other option. Don't give yourself a plan B. Don't give yourself an out. Just give this thing 100% and go make it fucking happen. Have the desire to inspire. Thank you for giving me a place to vent. Thank you for all of the support, and I'm super pumped to connect with as many of you as possible in this year. I fucking love you guys. Peace.